Now, when someone tells you they're guessing if something happened or not, you can't be mad even if they guessed he did something sexual. Because if you're the reason they were blacked out in the first place, not the girl herself, for example, and I don't know what I did with her or not, you're the reason for that. Not the girl, not me, you. Okay, now after that, I'm trying to figure out between several things why I blacked out. Was I hit over the head with a weapon like a bat, or was I shot, or did something that don't normally happen to me too, right? Why did I black out and lose the hour of time? That's why I went to the store the second time to see if I did another nail job, would it be normal, right? It was. It was. See, that's your problem there too. Whoever blacked me out, by the way, I'm not saying it couldn't have been the girl if she's trying to femme fatale me or something. But okay, after that, it's guessing, right? And I can guess if I'm interested in the girl or not if it went sexual, right? Do I know it went sexual? No, I'm blacked out. No. That don't mean, okay, I'm trying to prove it went sexual either. I'm guessing of the possibilities of what happened, right? And why. I blacked out. And lost the hour of time, right? Because when I left, okay, the restaurant, which was the one on Jimmy DeLoach, right? The Spanish one near the Burger King or the Mexican one, whatever you want to call it, right? When I left there around 2. I got to the salon around 10 after 2. I got out the salon around 10 to 4. Well, that means I lost an hour of time, right? In addition to remembering the nail job, but not what else happened, right? That's called temporary amnesia. And whatever caused the amnesia is what I'm trying to figure out. I'm not saying me and the girl even went in the bathroom or not either, but whatever we did in the store, all I remember was being in the store with her too. I don't know if there's an office somewhere else, or if it's a 2-story building that they don't have an upper office or something. But when I went to the store, there's a front door and a back door too, right? Now in the back area, they got the laundry area, right, with the washer and dryer to wash the um towels and uh rags, I guess, right. Then they got the bathroom, right, which got to be so big so people get in and out, right. And other than that, there was nothing else back there, right. The rest of the store is the salon stations spaced out so far apart. When it was all set up. And then there's a little lounge area for everybody to sit in and the cash register. Again, if you're coming in to the left of the floor design, and then right, that was basically it. Right? And then the salon chairs, and then all the way back to the back. Right. Usually, you want to fill your space, right? Right. With as many salon chairs as you can put in the store as well, right? And someone's lying about the office, right? If there is an office and someone was watching a camera feed or something, it's not in the store itself. So that's another strike against you that whatever blacked me out had to do with you, right? Not the girl. I'm not mad with her. But you might be. So yeah, I'm talking about it like you could have done something not just to me but to the girl as well. You might even be trying to separate us, right? So we don't date or see each other anymore. And But if you are, and the girl's 15, I understand that, but she didn't tell me she was 15 when we started the nail job, right? That's your problem. That's called non disclosure of a fact that would have changed my behavior otherwise. I don't know. Now, since then, if we did do something in the bathroom, I ain't sought to do it with her again either. Even the second or third time I went into the store, which was about a month apart for each visit, right? That's the point too, right? Now, if you're normally getting nail jobs once a month from other salons too, the one acting weird is the one who blacked me out. Now, why is he acting weird and left me and the girl went to the salon and to the bathroom to talk about something, right? Privately, right? And whatever we talked about, it bothered him, right? Including, we might could have in the bathroom had sex. And I don't recall the sex, right? I'm not mad if I don't remember the sex. I understand why he might would have react to it. Some people don't understand you can have sex anywhere in Eden. The Garden of Good and Evil. Now it's called. It's called. You can call it what you want. And trust me, Savannah ain't just the Garden of Good and Evil. We're in the Garden of Good and Evil, idiot. The whole planet. It's the Garden of Good and Evil now. It was the Garden of Eden and paradise. Not anymore. And you can destroy that paradise and make it a desert. Or you can what? Try to save it. Right. All of us have to work together. The rich and the poor, the bond and the free, the male and the female, the Jew and the Gentile. Even if you want to keep your traditions right or wrong, right? It don't mean you can't start teaching the truth with your traditions. Hello? Oh, no. If you want to do something, that ain't the issue. The issue is, are you lying about something you're supposed to be talking about, but not talking about it? So therefore, you're lying about it, pretending. I know. Moses, in the way he wrote it, so confused you, you can't figure out what he means. Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. It's all in the story itself if you read it verbatim, right? And that's not just line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little. Other passages talks about trees being men. No. Well, if the tree is a man, right? And a tree, we're a different kind of tree to who? God. God sees us all as trees that can do good things or bad things to each other, right? Now, a real tree, okay, only brings forth what? Usually good fruit. A bad tree, though, usually does what? Brings forth corrupt fruit. Now, this tree taught us good and evil. So it did something we kind of knew was good, and then it did something else that we kind of thought was evil. Is that a different kind of sex, too? Anal. Now, what's the difference between anal sex with Satan and anal sex with us two men, right? Is it done in love? Is it done in love? That's the difference. Satan did it to hurt Adam intentionally, right? To cause him shame when he was done. Does that not explain why Adam was naked and became ashamed? Yeah. Rape. Partial, right? Because, see, when you do a deal with the devil, the devil's going to get his turn. In the end, both ways. Now, when the devil has his turn and he's done with you, you're going to hate it. You're going to hate it. What he did with you was not in love. You're going to know it was evil. You're going to know it was evil. That's right, Butters. And you're going to hate what you did with him, and you're going to hate yourself for agreeing with him, And then you're going to condemn yourself because you chose to do it with him. And he told you not to. And he told you not to. And then you understood, but you still lied about it. And we confronted by the tree of life. You might call one angel the tree of death and one angel the tree of life as well. Uh-oh. So I got a little bit of hiccups because I had some Pop-Tarts earlier. Usually eat those. Now, but if I'm fantasizing about a female, even if she works at the theater, I'm not going to go up there and tell her, hey, baby, how you doing? Guess who I thought of last night? You. No, I'm not going to tell her that. That's between me and no one else. Even if I thought of all three women that was in at the counter, it's not your business if I see a girl and have a wet dream about her, whether I remember it or not, Brittany. And I don't normally wet dream about you either. You're not in my circle of friends. I don't see you but once in a while on TV if they put something up about you. Other than that, I don't know you. It's the same as anyone else. I know you don't know personally, but Mike could have a wet dream too. But I don't wet dream to every woman who looks like my dream girl just because you do too. Don't mean I'm going to go seduce you or think I can even get into your hotel or your hotel room, let alone because I've seen The Bodyguard too. I don't try to do shit like that. I don't want to stalk my celebrities either. I do want a girlfriend, like I said. And I don't know if the models from Playboy are hearing the story or not, but I don't go after them either. Even if I see you butt ass naked, like I've seen, what's her name? Jessica Alba. And I went to her page, right, and I saw nude shots of her. Goody. Yeah. But guess what? I don't worry about it. I don't know her. I'm not going to, you know, go to hers and Cash's house, which is her husband, by the way, and I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to be cool with it. I'm going to say, ooh, wow, looking good, Jessica. And go on. All you can say. Whether I see her naked or clothed. And, I don't, even if I see her clothed, I don't picture her naked at the time. I don't keep the photo in my mind. Now, I might keep it on my computer if I snip it or screen shoot it. That's all. That's the most you can do with a photo. That's it. And then I have it for posterity's sake and can take a gander at her once in a while, but I don't obsess over her. I've seen lots of beautiful women naked. Now, the desire of women is not the problem. Lust is, right? Where you become irrational and want to pursue the woman if you're married or not, too, right? So even if I'm not married and Jessica is, I respect the marriage, like with Dwayne and Gabrielle, even though I'm talking about her a little bit, all right? But I can't say because Gabrielle is dark skinned that her face don't look like the girl in the dream either. And in the right lighting, who knows? Or the wrong lighting, who knows who was. That her face don't look like the girl in the dream either, but darker. It's convenient. In a way. But see, the difference with me and Dwayne might be in one area. I would lick her pussy first and eat her out. And even if she was raped, I would treat her like a virgin. See what I mean? That's all. I would treat her like my virgin on prom night and eat her out. Because it's not her fault she was raped. It's something that can happen to anyone, and I don't picture the man raping her as a deterrent to liquor. It doesn't bother me that he raped her. It's not her fault. And if I'm going to be with her, I want her to feel like I would accept her as a Frenchman anyway. Not everybody eats pussy, but some people do. Just season, just season. I don't know her at all, Dwayne. Not trying to steal your thunder or anything. No. But that's a fantasy too, right? I don't literally, right, know her. I don't literally think she's going to hear about this shit and, have a problem with it or not, right? She could down. Try to tell them, I'm not going to do nothing to you. I'm just talking about fantasy, right? And I do know I'm trying to learn fantasy from reality, even though they're trying to diagnose me with schizophrenia. But that could be something religious, right? And I could have had a real religious dream, but they don't want to deal with it, so I had to deal with it anyway. So if I started hearing voices at 93, I'm letting her know that too, but I'm still trying to behave myself to stay away from her if she's married, and I respect her marriage, right? So even if I do fantasize about her, Dwayne, it's a fantasy, man. Don't you. Even if you don't eat the pussy. I ain't gonna eat her pussy unless she wants me to eat her pussy, and I don't think she wants me to eat her pussy just because I'm a white guy who would eat her pussy. What's the big deal? Anyway, she's married. I know she shouldn't even worry about that. Right? It's like saying I would buzz Kim Kardashian's pussy like a vibrator because of the Paris incident. Not Hilton, but either. But I'm joking about it. I'm trying to make it light. And I'm not trying to really stalk Kim, though she's a beautiful woman. Oops, power outage. Woo! It happens sometimes. It could happen to you. It could happen to me. It could happen to anyone eventually. But it is a note. They're all notes. Higher, lower, different voice, same voice. It's called impersonation when you do it the same as the artist. It's a legal term. I know it is. And it's legally allowed. Why? Because you're overusing words. Right. Freedom of speech means copyright law is only enforceable to 10%, right? Meaning I can still use 10% of the artist's material, right? No more, no less. But I can't say Kim Kardashian wouldn't be with me or would be with me because that's crazy to be in her, right? Right. She's with Kanye. I believe she's a respectable woman. I don't think she even cares I'm talking about licking her pussy or buzzing my tongue in her pussy or not. But like I said, if I was the thieves that night, I would talk about it. Buzzing her pussy. I'm not saying I'm involved with it now. I don't know nothing about it, right? But I am saying 40 minutes would be enough for me to tap her ass 2 times and then come back for more. At least twice. But see, that's the point. You got all that woman there with you all by herself. You not gonna hit it. And it probably bothers Kanye. They were with her for 40 minutes too, right? He's thinking all kind of shit too, right? That's why he getting all religious and presidential on her ass and he's going crazy, right? He can't figure out if they had sex or not, right? It bothers him. Well, look, it's still a rape, dumbass. I know. It's not a choice. Now, all I'm saying is if it was me, I'd make her feel good so she wouldn't report me to the police if I had to do something right. Know what I mean? And I'm joking. I'm not serious. I'm not. Though it's a touchy situation, but I wouldn't do her Clockwork Orange style where you killed the woman either. But I would understand. If I was the thieves trying to steal something from Kim, right? Though it's kind of odd, I knew she was alone too. That's the problem too. How do they know she was alone per se, right? No one treats Oh, by the way, I'm alone by myself in my hotel room in Paris, or verbatim. Right? Though, of course, if the sister's at the club and she tweets that, of course, you know she's alone. It's not rocket science either. Right? Wrong? Oh. Although the power's off suddenly. Are you alone in the dark? And see, that's what I mean. When I have a wet dream, I'm up at the bed. I can be thinking of Kim or Stacy's mom has got it going on, or the girl down the street. And I'm not telling them, hey, baby. Hey, baby, hey, baby, hey, girl, hey, girl, hey. Now, impersonation, though, ain't about anyone, but the impersonator can do the voices. That's what that's about. It's not about you. It's not about the men or the women. It's, do you have the chops? Did you work on your voice? You do a lot of voices. And if you can do that, you're an impersonator. It ain't about you. I'm just impersonating you because I learned to do it growing up. It doesn't matter who you are. It is time to sing. We sing a new song unto the Lord Yahweh. Just saying. That was in worship too, geez. Not to offend you that you don't use your divine name of God, but I think I figured it out. Whether you use it or not, from the name Elijah. You know what I mean? Elijah. Which is really how you say the full name. Elijah. Who? Moshe. Sarah. Deborah. It's feminine, ain't it? Yahuwah. Not asking you, telling those Christians who want to know it too. Right. That's why I'm in the spirit of who? Moses and Elijah. Moses and Elijah. Right. But Jesus, okay, was Moses and John the Baptist Elijah 2,000 years ago. But he became three people who the disciples thought was Moses and Elijah. But Jesus cleared it up that John was Elijah who went before him. Right. Then who was he? Moses. Moshe. Oh. However you say it. Oh. Moshe. Almost a Saul. It's like saying Saul. Saul. If it ends in an H. Saul. It's raw. She's raw, baby. I like him. I like it's raw. Says Beagle. From the Lord of the Rings series. I don't know. You can't. I don't say, okay, if I'm impersonating, you can't do it. That's silly. If we're related or not. No. Well, like I said, I don't know if me and Jitsi did anything. What does that mean? Either. I know she was acting out when I went to visit my Uncle Russell when I called her in the house, right? I don't know if her boyfriend was with her or not either. But I don't know, we had sex instead of her with her boyfriend, but I was thinking she was with her boyfriend, not me, not you. Right? Trying to think, but I didn't say nothing about it. I didn't judge her. Right? I just left eventually. I'm just visiting. Right? And I stayed outside. She didn't invite me in, so I didn't ask to go in. Right. Now, unless, again, like I said with the theaters, like with the salon, I would have to be blacked out during the movie, right? The girls would have to come in there, have sex with me, but stop the movie at a certain place and then start it up again. Yeah, that sounds far fetched, right? That sounds like a fantasy. But do you know fantasy from reality? Right. See, some people aren't happy with their reality. Might would sooner live a fantasy life, but I know that could be another person's choice too, right? To join you in your fantasy. See, if I go up there and Megan won't even hardly say hi, I'm not going to push the issue. And if the other girl didn't say nothing, I'm going to push the issue. And if the issue was the night in the theater, the screen on the theater wasn't lit up yet, that's the issue. That's the issue. So there's nothing wrong, okay, though. If later on I fantasize about all three girls being with me, but see, that's a fantasy, right? It don't normally happen that way, right? Right. Now, I don't want to mess with the boyfriend like with my stepdaughter, right? Right. I'm not trying to mess with him, right? I'm saying, though, you tap that ass. You don't not tap that ass just because we're talking about, something that might could have happened but didn't. And, now, the point is, when someone says it could have happened but didn't, that kind of negates what they're talking about, right? It means it didn't really happen. Not it did. It's not a confession of anything, right? But just the possibility of being around her because I knew about child molestation growing up and was lost in SVU don't mean, though, I did something with her, right? Or not. I can't lie and say it can't happen at all, but the odds are stacked against you if you ever bring up the subject matter. I don't know which lights are off. There's zero. Saved by zero. Maybe someday. Saved by zero. I'll be okay. Because it's a part of music. That's why they act like they're waiting for you to discover your own voice in a way, but there's no such really thing either. Now, there's two ways to sing. Like I said, you can sing in the choir voice. Soon I will be done with the troubles of the world. Oops. Phone call. Bye-bye.